Please be seated. And please take a moment to silence your phones, your iPads, your cameras, all your electronic devices. Thank you. Welcome to the December 2025 commencement ceremony of Southern California University of Health Sciences. Can you guys do it one more time, loud enough for your family and friends in the overflow room to hear? Very nice. I think I even heard a cowboy yip in the audience. That was great. That was great. My name is Dr. Tamara Rojan, and I have the honor of serving as the provost of this incredible academic community dedicated to integrative whole health. Today is a milestone for you, our graduates, and for every member of the SCU community who has cheered you on. Family and friends who have encouraged you, faculty who have guided you, and staff who have supported you. We are so lucky to be together today in this beautiful setting to recognize the dedication and perseverance of the 600 graduates, the largest graduating class in the history of this university. And because SCU is all about whole health, this is a good moment to pause, take a deep breath, and simply arrive in the moment. Please, everyone, join me in a moment of silent reflection during which I invite you to honor this occasion, the people in your life who made it possible, and the possibilities that lie ahead for our graduates. Okay. Hopefully you're feeling just a little grounded. That's good. Next, I have the honor of introducing a forward-thinking leader who saw, long before most others, that the future of healthcare would demand a more holistic approach, one in which healthcare students are taught to blend the best of conventional medicine with proven complementary approaches, and to treat the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. A future in which healthcare practitioners have moved beyond simply treating the body to healing the whole person. So please join me in welcoming a visionary leader who has dedicated himself to redefining health and healthcare education. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present to you my boss, the president of Southern California University of Health Sciences, Dr. John Scaringe.
Thank you, Dr. Rojan. Good morning. All right. Today is truly a remarkable day for you, your families, your faculty, and let's be honest, it's also a remarkable day for anyone who no longer has to hear, I can't, I have to study. You and your loved ones have waited a long time for this moment, and commencement ceremonies often invite big themes, success, purpose, and in our case, the future of healthcare. But before we discuss any of that, I just want to begin somewhere a little simpler. Somewhere human, somewhere far from the clinics, the classroom, or accreditation reports. I want to start in a high school locker room. Don't worry, nothing dramatic in this story, all right? But when I was a senior in high school, at the end of this senior tournament, I wrestled my final match, and I lost. Now, if you've ever been 17 and absolutely certain that the entire universe is paying attention to your every move, you know exactly what that felt like. So I walked into the locker room and I sat by myself. I wasn't really angry, I wasn't hurt, I was simply disappointed. The kind that feels enormous, right, at that age, because most disappointments do. A few minutes later, my father walked in. He didn't tell me to shake it off. He didn't give me a pep talk. He didn't offer a replay of the footage of what I should have done and what I didn't do and what I could have done. He didn't even give me that classic dad line, "Someday you'll laugh at this," because he knew I wasn't going to be laughing anytime soon. He simply sat down next to me, quiet, present. And even though the disappointment didn't go away, something else happened. I didn't feel alone anymore. Years later, I realized what he offered that day. It wasn't advice, it wasn't encouragement, it wasn't even problem solving. It was compassion. The quiet kind that doesn't just fix the moment, he doesn't try to fix that moment, but he chooses to be in that moment with you. And that simple act has stayed with me till today, or throughout my entire life, I should say. I hope to continue on with my life. It's going to continue. Compassion is often confused with empathy. They're related, but they're not exactly the same, right? For example, empathy is seeing someone on the side of the road on a rainy day fixing their flat tire, and you say to yourself, "Oh, that poor son of a gun, that must be awful." Compassion is actually stopping, getting out, and helping them fix that flat tire. Compassion is movement. In other words, empathy feels, compassion moves. Empathy understands the moment, compassion enters it. And in healthcare, that is all the difference. Your patients won't need, they won't just need your knowledge. They won't just need your technical expertise. They will need your presence, your willingness to step in the moment with them. That shift from feeling to doing is where healing begins. In your careers, you will meet people on some of their hardest days. People who feel vulnerable, afraid, confused, and overwhelmed. Two patients may walk in with the same diagnosis, but carry entirely different stories. Compassion is what helps you treat the story as much as the symptoms. It shows up in small and often unnoticed ways: when you take a moment longer to listen, when you ask a question nobody else thought to ask, when you acknowledge a fear rather than rush past it, when you offer dignity in a time when someone feels exposed. Not because the moment was any less painful, but when your presence, it says simply, "You matter." Compassion doesn't require perfection, it requires presence. And presence is often the most healing thing you can offer. Whether or not you see yourself as leaders today, compassion will make you leaders. And leadership isn't about authority. Leadership is the courage to act, to care, to advocate for someone who has no voice, to slow down when the world tells you to speed up, and to speak out when something isn't right. There will be days when you're tired and rushed and stretched so thin, times when the easiest path is not the compassionate one. Those are the moments that define a career, not the easy decisions, the meaningful ones. Compassion is not a soft skill. It is a courage in everyday form. A few months ago, I delivered my mother's eulogy. It was one of the hardest moments in my life. But when I finished speaking, I did feel something unexpected: comfort. Not because it was any less painful, because believe me, it wasn't, but because compassion had surrounded her during her final years. From my brothers who were with her nearby in New York, from her caretakers, and from other loved ones, from people who treated her with dignity when she needed it the most. In that moment, I understood clearly, compassion doesn't erase pain. It doesn't fix everything, but it does connect us when we need it the very most. And that connection can be transformational. So as you step off the stage today into your professional lives, here is my hope for you. Let your empathy become passion. Let your compassion become action. Let your presence be part of the healing you provide. Show up for people, not perfectly, but fully. Listen with patience, advocate with courage, lead with your heart. Compassion isn't something you add to healthcare. Compassion is healthcare. And when you lead with it, you will not only transform the lives of others, you will transform on your own as well. I often think back to that moment in the locker room with my dad. He didn't take away my disappointment. He didn't change the outcome. He showed up. That's compassion. Not fixing everything, not having the perfect words, just choosing to be there. As you enter your profession, you will have countless opportunities to show up in moments big and small, seen and unseen. Do it with courage, do it with humanity, do it with passion. Congratulations, graduates, good luck, and Godspeed. Well, it's my honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Russell Greenfield. Dr. Greenfield is a nationally recognized physician leader in whole health. He co-founded the Friendship Institute, serves on the whole health education team for the Cornerstone Collaborative for Societal Change, and consults with communities building whole health models of care. His prior roles include senior physician consultant for the Veterans Health Administration's Office for Patient-Centered Care and Cultural Transformation, senior director of employee whole health at the Whole Health Institute, and physician executive and medical director of integrated medicine for the Weisinger Cancer Institute. A graduate and one of the first fellowships in the integrated medicine at the University of Arizona, Dr. Greenfield trained in emergency medicine at Harbor UCLA, where he also served as chief resident. I think they were going to have a TV show on his life with that. That wasn't true. Everything else is true, but that wasn't true. He's board certified in emergency medicine and lifestyle medicine, has led integrated initiatives across academic and community settings, and continues to see patients each week. He's co-author of Healthy Child, Whole Child, and editor of Dr. Andrew Wild's Mind Over Meds, and has even consulted with the National Basketball Players Association. Please join me in welcoming a pioneer of whole health and a personal friend who lives the values of SCU each day, Dr. Russell Greenfield.
Thank you so much. You should know my mom wrote that introduction. Congratulations, graduates and family members, one and all. It's been said that we don't remember days, we remember moments. This is a moment. This is your moment to celebrate. An extraordinary accomplishment born of hard work, discipline, grit, a commitment to excellence and personal growth. A moment that represents not your first step, but the next step in a journey representing heard as a calling long ago. It's not the first step in your journey, it's the next one. For context, and only briefly, I want to share a little bit about me so you have some understanding of why I have the great good fortune to speak before you today. My calling to the healing arts was a little bit dramatic, and it started when I was 10. My big brother, my rock, the person who always stood up for me, got into a really bad car accident at like 1 in the morning, small town, Connecticut. I remember my mom and dad bundling me up and taking me to the hospital, sitting in the emergency department for a period of time, and then going up to the intensive care unit, which was completely empty except for us. The lights were out and there was a little bit of light coming in from the hallway. I sat down on one of those plasticky couches, not knowing what was going on, and about 10 feet away, my mom and dad were hugging, and for the first time in my life, I saw my dad cry. Fast forward 3 months later, my brother gets out of the hospital, and everybody is happy. My family members, friends, everybody, and as a 10-year-old, I remember thinking, wow, how cool would it be to try and work where you could take people who are sad and help make them happy? And that's how I got interested in this, and I'm now in my 41st year of trying to help people heal. Initially as an emergency department physician, and for the last 28 years as an integrative medicine doctor. To become who I am now, I actually had to unlearn some of what I learned in medical school and subsequent training. Probably not something your teachers want you to hear. However, I don't foresee this for you. Your education has been far more humane, far more focused on health and healing than was my own. Your instructors, the leaders of this university, have long recognized things that I only came to understand years after I was out in practice, and they have shared their wise counsel with you. You are crossing a threshold, the same person you always were, yet somehow different, and you are ready for your next step. So I'm here to offer you a glimpse of what your future might look like. And spoiler alert, it's even better than you might have reason to believe. In fact, it's simply awesome. In many ways, the space you inhabit is sacred. There are traditions around the globe where to wash oneself, to help wash another, is a truly meaningful act, performed not just with hygiene in mind, but with purification. To wash as a sacred act. And so I offer for your consideration that to answer the call to participate in the healing arts is to acknowledge that you will wash. In this regard, the W refers to bearing witness, accompanying a fellow traveler on their journey, if only for a moment, and bearing witness to the human condition, the human contract. Of course, to bear witness is a gift, and a rare one, and alone it is not sufficient. When we see someone in need, we need in turn to act. Act with a combination of clear-headed assessment and judgment, discernment, recognition, expertise, technical prowess, and heart. Heart because the action we take should be in service to the whole person, to engage that person's own innate capacity to heal, and in the doing, largely in retrospect, hopefully contribute to a sense of meaning and purpose in the moment, for them and for you. After all, to serve another and have the opportunity to help them heal, honestly, what could be more wondrous? What could be more fulfilling? Fulfilling, yes. And it's important to stay small. Service should ideally be offered from a place of humility. The smallest, most humble act can have an exponential benefit on the well-being of those you serve and on you. Though you assist in the healing of others, participating in the most meaningful work imaginable, may you stay small, that you might always have room to grow. SCU has helped you learn how to wash, to bear witness, to act, in service, from a place of humility. That is the journey you are embarking upon. There's one more aspect that needs mentioning, and I'll get to that shortly. The expectations that others have for you likely pale in comparison to those you have for yourselves. Be kind with yourselves. You got this. After all, you graduates honestly are amazing. You reflect the community of humankind, as well as every thread in the tapestry of SCU's academic offerings. And you are united by a courageous commitment, a commitment to care for those in need. And it is courageous. You could have done most anything with your lives, and you chose to help people heal, to ease suffering, to help restore balance, to hold space for possibility in the face of uncertainty and fear, to provide company on the journey when people are at their most vulnerable. That choice matters. In every age, the world has its challenges. The present is no exception. The problems are real, so are you. You came to SCU possessing the timeless human qualities that help the world to heal, to take its next step. It's not your responsibility to heal the world, to save the world. Even so, doing your part, big or small, odds are very good that you will save the world. It's been said that to save one life is to save the world entire. You will have the opportunity to do that many times over. And there are many ways to save a life. Some are heroic, some are quiet, some are simply witnessed, each equally impactful. Maya Angelou said, "Hope and fear cannot occupy the same space. Invite one to stay." By your actions, your very nature, you help heal the world. Today and every day that follows, you are hope in motion. Now, this moment, of course, did not arise by chance. It emerged through a union of the values that shaped you with an institution looking for you, specifically looking for you. Change agents, capable and compassionate, intelligent and wise beyond your years. The author of The Little Prince said, "If you want to build a ship, don't drum up people to gather wood. Teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea." SCU did not teach you to yearn to heal those in need. You're likely old souls. You brought that desire to serve with you. You brought your spirit to Southern California University, where you were guided to care for the whole person in ways that attend to illness while honoring a person's story, their sense of meaning and purpose. You brought your spirit to a university whose bold leadership decided not just to help you become the best healers you could be, but to position you to help lead a transformation for all of healthcare across our nation, to shape a new future of the healing arts that emphasizes whole health, empowering and equipping people to lead their best lives by attending to the whole of the human experience. Which begs the question, why SCU? Conventional medical institutions, large and small, have had every opportunity to lead this movement, but they haven't. In many ways, they are too deeply enmeshed in the status quo, too firmly ensconced in the ways of a broken healthcare system, honestly, too beholden to largely uncaring power brokers to accept the mantle of leadership. Your university leadership stands up when almost all others choose to sit and wait. SCU has chosen to lead, in large part because they were inspired by you. I know this because I actually know your leadership well. Like you, they are bold and visionary, sharp, creative, courageous, and compassionate too, on a mission to help heal the world one person at a time. And simply by you being your authentic selves, You are all SCU's emissaries, helping to spread a message of whole health for all. You see people not as problems to be fixed, but as lives to be honored. That mindset alone can heal. It changes people's outcomes. It changes their futures. It can change entire healthcare systems. Your choice to care, and the choice to care made by your instructors and the leadership of this honestly remarkable institution, these acts of hope, acts of courage in a challenged world, they are choices that today are creating waves of positivity that ripple far beyond what the eye can see, because you will wash. And oh, you will have tales to tell. The greatest of your stories are likely yet to be written. You've accomplished great things, and you are yet to become who you are yet to become. And along the way, you'll be thanked. The first time, hopefully every time, somebody leaves your presence with sincere gratitude in their eyes, may it bring you to your knees with your own sense of gratitude, that the world that you have accepted allows you to participate in the healing of the world. You might not feel worthy, and you are. For that is the final act of being engaged in the wash, transforming wash to washing, bearing witness to the human condition, acting to better it, doing so with service in mind and with humility, and always, always in gratitude. We, the assembled, celebrate you. We are honored to simply be in your presence. Esteemed graduates, we see you. We thank you for who you are and who you are yet to become. Your accomplishments that we mark today help reveal who you have always been, now with added knowledge and more tools at the ready. Today you come to inhabit a space reserved for but a lucky few, the healer. Whether your name will be known by many or by few matters not. We who are gathered here today, we see you. We see your purpose and your possibilities, even if you are still discovering them for yourselves. We honor you, we congratulate you, and we thank you deeply for choosing the paths you have chosen, for the lives you will better along the way. You are the best of us. We've reached another moment, one you might likely be very grateful for, the end of my time with you. Go forth, class of 2025. Wash. Help a fellow traveler heal. Take the next step and the next step, and everyone that follows in gratitude. And in the doing, you just may save the world entire, over and over again. May that be so. Good luck.
Thank you, Russ. That was fantastic. So, it's my pleasure, well, the awards start now. It's my pleasure to present the 2025 Alumni of the Year Whole Health Achievement Award recipient. For the second year, Southern California University of Health Sciences proudly presents the Alumni of the Year Whole Health Achievement Award, one of our most meaningful honors. This award recognizes an alumnus who has made significant contributions to the advancement of integrated whole person health. One who has exemplified SCU's mission through their leadership, service, and commitment to advancing whole health and integrative care. They have demonstrated excellence in their professional contributions, dedication to their communities, and service as role models for current and future generations of SCU students. We invited, and this is what happened, we invited our alumni, faculty, and staff to nominate remarkable graduates whose work reflects innovation, compassion, which I heard somewhere is very important, inclusivity, and a deep commitment to health equity, patient-centered care, and evidence-based practice. This award celebrates professionals who demonstrate excellence in their fields, dedication to their communities, and serve as role models for our students and alumni. And we received quite a bit of nominations of impressive people for this. This year, we are proud to recognize Dr. Valerie Johnson. Dr. Johnson is a pioneer in integrative whole person health. As one of the first chiropractors employed by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, she helped shape the role of chiropractic in federal health care and advance the VA whole health model. During her tenure as lead staff chiropractor and residency director at the Greater Los Angeles Veterans Administration, Dr. Johnson mentored residents and clinicians in patient-centered, evidence-informed care. She developed innovative clinical pathways that integrated chiropractic with preventive medicine and primary care, transforming how veterans, including those from underserved backgrounds, receive equitable, whole-person treatment. Her leadership, compassion, and commitment to inclusivity have created welcoming, collaborative environments for patients, colleagues, and learners alike. As she prepares to retire, which I just learned she's 2 months into retirement. Congratulations. We are deeply honored to celebrate her remarkable career and lasting impact, a true reflection of the ideals of this award recipients. Please join me in congratulating the 2025 Alumni of the Year Whole Health Achievement Award recipient, Dr. Valerie Johnson. I think we have a picture right here. Thank you so much. Now it is my honor to present the President's Leadership Award. The President's Leadership Award is given to students who demonstrate strong leadership through one or more of the following: contributing to the campus community, advocating for their chosen profession, and providing community service. In special recognition, the other nominees for this award include David Awolowo, Marley Figueroa Munoz, Natalie Rand, and Peter Shahat. I would like to ask these nominees to please stand, please. And let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's President Award goes to George Zachary, Dr. George Zachary. My credibility just went up with that picture. Wow. Oh, Dr. Ramcharan, I think you. Right? Come on up.
Good morning. All right, here we go. So I'm Dr. Michael Ramcharan. I'm the Vice Provost, the Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs. Each year, SCU invites eligible graduates with a cumulative GPA of 3.9 or higher to apply for the University Valedictorian Award. A committee of academic leaders and faculty evaluate applicants for academic excellence, leadership and involvement, community service, and a reflective essay. The top candidates are interviewed, and the highest overall score is named valedictorian. Tonight's honoree embodies excellence in and beyond the classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, This year's Valedictorian Award is a graduate of our Physician Assistant Program. Please welcome Jamie Gabriel.
Thank you. Good morning, esteemed faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. My name is Jamie Gabriel. I'm a candidate for a Master of Science in the Physician Assistant Program, and I also serve full-time as a fire captain on the Los Angeles County Fire Department. Returning to school later in life, having already established a full-time career in the fire service, may have seemed unconventional. But my desire was driven by the need to set an example for my kids that it is never too early or too late to pursue their dreams with courage and purpose. I want to thank the people in my life that made it possible: my husband Jason, my mom Jeanette, my mother-in-law Kitty, my 3 kids, Kylie, Bradley, and Carter, my fire department family, and of course my fellow classmates in PA program. Today's achievement is a collective effort shaped by everyone who believed in us, those who challenged us, and those who lifted us when we needed it most. To all of the family and friends in here, viewing from the overflow room, or watching online, it is your encouragement, patience, and love that gave us the strength to stay the course and pursue a calling in medicine. To my fellow graduates, throughout this journey, we have studied the science of the human body, but we have also learned the value of balance. Balance between science and compassion, between evidence-based practice and human connection, and understanding the difference between curing a disease and promoting wellness. Our patients don't come to us as symptoms or lab values. They come as people with stories, fears, hopes, and dreams. As integrative health practitioners, it is our responsibility to see the whole person and to also extend that compassion inward to ourselves. Because balance doesn't just apply to our patient care. It is something we must cultivate in our own lives. In healthcare, finding balance is not a luxury, it is essential. And it's vital that we understand that our ability to provide patient care is directly tied to the balance we maintain in our own lives, our relationships, our health, and our mental well-being. As we prepare to enter this next chapter, I want to leave you with a few thoughts on leadership. Leadership in healthcare is not about authority. It is about the responsibility of service to others and taking ownership over our patient's outcome. It means rejecting excuses when it may seem easier to blame the system, staff shortages, insurance coverage, or even the patients themselves. A true leader remains committed to the mission through humility, continued learning, and consistently showing up, turning action into progress that surpasses barriers others may choose to accept. Having been trained in integrative health, we enter our careers with a distinct advantage, one built on a broader understanding of how people heal. Our education pushed us to look beyond a single solution, and through integrative classes and workshops, taught us to work in collaboration across disciplines. This means we are already the leaders that healthcare needs. We don't need permission, a title, or seniority. We need only to step into the potential we have spent years developing and apply it where others stop short, moving past barriers that have held the system back for too long. Class of 2025, we are ready for this moment. So let us move forward with confidence, humility, balance, and a relentless commitment to serve, knowing that the future of healthcare will be changed by the choices we make, the limitations we refuse to accept, and the people we dedicate ourselves to healing. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jamie. Before our graduates cross the stage, we pause to recognize our faculty, who embody the university's whole health perspective and dedication to excellence. They are teachers, they are mentors, they are role models, they are researchers and clinicians, committed to advancing the well-being of the whole person, mind, body, soul, and community. They set high standards. They challenge assumptions. They teach evidence, empathy, interprofessional practice. They prepare graduates to promote resilience, prevent illness, and support lifelong wellness in the communities they will serve. They are, in every sense, the true heartbeat of this university. Faculty, please stand. Faculty, please remain standing. Now, students, I truly want you to take a moment to picture that faculty member who changed your trajectory, the one who pushed your thinking, refined your skills, and reminded you of the deeper purpose in choosing a life of service and whole health. Now, everyone, students, family, and colleagues, let's thank faculty once again. You may be seated. It is now my honor again to invite, once again, to invite Dr. John Scaringe to the podium to begin awarding of our certificate and degree graduates. Okay, Dr. Heckham? Oops, okay, we're good.
Will the recipients receiving their Ayurvedic Health Counselor Certificate please come forward? Veena Kadila. Bridget Marie Tigner. Julia Pev. Selma Castillo. Lorena Harding. Monica Johnson. Liana Begley. Mena Molat. Will the recipients receiving their Ayurvedic Practitioner Certificate please come forward? Natalie Rand. Ruini Gunawardena. Anthony Montagu Jelavazan. Bagley Bender. Reina Patel. Megan Juelanen. Caitlin Silva. Megan Cox. Jacob Davis. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences degree please come forward? Marlene Villava Fontanelli. Chanel Signor. Sarah Rabari. Lachelle James. Rachel Marmoleo. Sarah Bonney. Mitchell Loza. Amy Castellan. Natalie Elaine Juarez. Sarah McGregory. Brenna Balestro Toth. Andrew Pimentel. David Punce. Will the recipients receiving their Masters of Science in Human Genetics and Genomics degree please come forward? Vanessa Karen Lumas Chico. Alexis Stone. Belina Moore Chamberlain. Laura Santos Sanchez. Valeria Rodriguez Martinez. Lisette Herrera. Alexia Alvarez. Erica Peña Fisher. Anja Lingampali. Nur Al-Suaji. Reagan Bird. Jasu Sandoval. Mikhail Devore. Lauren Burgess. Justin Delgado. Bernick Osnetti. Rachel Pierce. Aja Stringfellow. Anaya Gothing. Samia Muhammad. Erica Amberson. Will the candidates for the Master of Science in Medical Science degree please come forward? Ramjeet Ponder. Jessica Osmina. Mia Iaspero. Jonas Havugumana. Savina Walker. Aisha Cunningham. Arash Uzad. Ronaldo Silva III. Yolisa Hernandez Trujillo. Angie Zoe Alvarez. Mareri Giselle Perez Andino. Mariza Kalaf. Benedict Solang Katni. Latasha Marie. Pauline Tabu. Jada Mensa. Courtney Dickerson. Tony Madrid. Samuel Fuentes. Annie Mirage. Brianna Sanchez. Mariam Anwar. Caitlin Chambers. Natalie Yerionde. Binja Chuma. Michelle Vong. Caitlin Chelsea Macanella Kaipo. Lindsay Smith Mendez. Alexandra Elizabeth Mole. Trishana John. Anna Ruth Sanchez. Natalie Heredia. Marina Kwawa. Mackenzie Chavez. Bervelyn Laguerre. Destiny Rochelle Jones. Julissa Zendeas. Morgan Creighton Williams. Tatiana Manrique. Grecia Perez. Yasmin Cruvalo. Deschanay Poezuelos. Ing Japer Herzala. Noemi Vera. Carmine Simon. Princess Luis Velasco Perez. Ali El Jabari. Amarachi Iwunze. Kuranvi Atwal. Ariel Danielle Ramirez. Alisa Gonzalez. Chastity Bridges. Abiola Olamari Busui. Heaven Soul. Elizabeth Olanike Duradala. Jordan Spear. Elena Robinson. Ava Mogadam. Aiteen Solomon. Will the candidates for the Master of Science Physician Assistant degree please come forward? Jamie Gabriel. Melissa Martinez. Karina Gonzalez. Marley Elise Figueroa Munoz. Camila Maldonado. Bethlehem Tadfe Johannes. Imani Anderson Wynn. Natasha Maylor Samuels. Amber Latrice Russell. Sophia Lee. Betty La. Megan Ma. Colleen Hyun. Eileen Lee. Josh Ruiz. Natalie Chuang. Olivia Lungen. Daniela Volher. Lucas Cadena. Stephen Lindsay Ortega. Leah Simer. Casey Santa Cruz. Megan Zaletto. Leila Hannah Golian. Joel Mirania. Nicole Ilana Gelarde. Sahar Homozidiaran. Dina Yassin. Kerrigan Smith. Dana Young. George Stefanian. Rosemary Sacedo. Adriana Sarukianan. Maxwell New. Nicholas Roberts. Sadir David. Brandon Nguyen. Garrett Turner. Darian Gibbs. Alice Marie Lopez. Madison Marie Herrera. Guadalupe Ariola Leon. Ashley Michelle Ayestas. Cecile Joy Rasco Chan. Melanie Garcia. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Acupuncture and Chinese Herbal Medicine degree please come forward? Gwendolyn Peralahel. Maria Garcia Tobar. Holly Talinaga. Mike Dunchak. Myas Dahmer. Ari Kong. Eliana Monk. Gina Brown. Anessa Rafaela Hagopajanian. Kiera Blackston. Paula Michelle Hardy. Paul Jerome Clark. Maciel Guillen. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Chiropractic degree please come forward? Kaylee Bidron. Sahil Segel. Luciano Forte. Nicholas Petroza. Andre Harge. Nathan Chow. Cody Caldwell. John Basielli. Zachary Schuberg. Danielle Moreno. Devin Doyle. Jordan Jacobson. Asia Gampol. Alexa Danielle Ruiz. Daniele Tatiana Mendoza. Cameron Arledge. Rigoberto Carosa. Donyu. Lauren Nadol Obasi. Tyler Howes. Luis Sandoval V. Mohamed Kala. Keenan Cisneros. Angel Alberto Cortez Muro. Faith Arroyo. Marissa Ivans. Gregory Solares. Ramwin Oliveira. Nia Marie Hilaire. Celeste Maltos. Jocelyn Arbiza. Renee Jack. Luis Omar Navarro. Usman Nur Ahmad. Nicholas Robert Lombardo. Braden Zhao. Jorge Pando. Kevin Rodriguez. Kelson Sarfo. Souvenir Frankie. Bethany LaBeth. Ashley Malone. Zach Arnold. Manuel Jonathan Acosta. Alex Beatty. Dennis Stoyarov. Shaheen Falatunzadeh. Jorge Leos. Shantor Ramos. Dahan Kim. Justin Gorele. Michael Collins. Michael Robles. Nathan Kiyoshi Sake. Luis Vong. David Alfredo Chancoso Rodriguez. Eugene Santino Rocio Cororina. Brandon Anchor Barron. Jonathan De La Torre. Jay Young Antonio Lee. Sean Kelly Magner. James Korashadi. Balgan Bit Kim. Jae Hong Lee. Gabrielle Ruth Rincon. Jolene Rosalina Poke. Aziza Turner. Parisa Rivera. Ruby. Adrian Suarez. Edgar Esparza Jr. Andres Chavez. Felipe Lara. Valentin Luna. Adrian Musavi. Jovones Budoyan. Kane Sua. Garrett Porter. David Lim. Shai Shashuva. George Zachary. Sean Reed. Maximiliano Alcantar. Brett Mulclane. Andrew Berman. Joseph Mario Cabrera Pinales. Oscar Torres, Jared Ramos, Ritaj Coffee, John Velasquez, Nicholas Gibson, Broderick Amrin, David Gringorian, David Prechosian, Alexa Sirs, Kelly Rausch, Kimberly Hadika, Ana Alejandra Morales, Kiara Espadleta, Tal Barnston, Jacob Yates, Audrey Dunn, Carrie Fan, Joshua Beck, Eric Bustios, Ernesto Pena, Arturo Garcia, Ivan Herrera, Vladimir Biogos, Rafael Sandoval, Carlos Ivan Becerra Ayala, Lori Hodwin, Michael Eugene Cheng, Wu Young Yi, Jaron Joseph, Franklin Anthony Pereira Litawa, Marco Jacobi, Grace Haiyang Bian, Allison Nicole Castro, Hector Misa, Mario Alfonso Garcia, Taha Carapina, J.P. Kruger, Latifa Ali Juma, Ethan Lopez, Maxwell Smith, Rebecca Barber, James Julis, Aaron Polly, Sydney Spencer, Tori Humphrey, Timothy Weiss, Win Tran, David Awalawa, Christopher Hills, David Walker Black, Kevin Estrada Lopez, Allison Oliveria, Christine Trosh, Chelsea Choli, Ricardo Rodriguez Jr., Sarah Beglarian. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Medical Sciences degree please come forward? Jahura Zindani, Parvina Rakimova, Randall Moss, Armin Avatisian, Ashley Larson, Melanie Calilano. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Occupational Therapy degree please come forward? Crystal Pulido, Yasmin Isabel Fuentes, Bernadette Joy Eusebio, Janie Antido, Panovana, Ashley Maria Corona, Danica Joy Peg, Christine Avendano, Camille Bernardine Bucag de Guzman, Aleria Grace Vincent, Shauna Kioka, Mike Pekala, Carla Sedano, Lauren Ann Coscuela, Roberto Carlos Silva, Zachary Kern, Christina Rothfuss, Shelby Miller, Ariel Severson, Emily Correa, Michelle Lay, Shannon Wong, Armando Garcia Balong, Melanie Joy Sapinoso, Jade Hernandez, Reka Tadkar Solkar, Rebecca Villa, Carrie Ann Kaysenbag, Tommy Antoine Ellerby, Esteban Preciado, Carlos Valdez, Sierra Cota, Angela Russo, Viviana Santos, Han Fan, Samantha Golong Rorm, Candice Loren Domondon. Many of you will soon be practicing healthcare professionals and bound by the ethics and responsibilities of your chosen profession. Your dean or program director will lead you in reciting this public promise. I would like to welcome Dr. Anu, program director of the Ayurvedic Medicine Department, to deliver SCU's Ayurveda oath.
Namaste everyone. Good morning. Congratulations, graduating class of 2025. Hey, that's it? Okay, one more time. One more time to celebrate the moment. We are going to shout congratulations to the person who is sitting next to you, giving a beautiful hug with the smiling face, compassion and gratitude and love, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Ayurveda graduates, please stand and raise your right hand. Please respond with I do when I have completed your oath. I vow to hold forever in esteem this ancient healing art of Ayurvedic medicine, to serve with heartfelt compassion, kindness, peace, positivity, and humility, for the benefit of all who suffer, and to practice the same with the highest standards of professionalism, ethics, and honesty. I will serve my patients' need over my own. I will serve my patients equitably, regardless of race, color, creed, or societal status. I will focus my mind, speech, intelligence, and consciousness in the service of my patients. I vow to use the knowledge of Ayurveda with the purest intention and beneficence for all living beings. I make this declaration solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Congratulations, I do. I would like to welcome PA Melanie Catalano, Program Director of Physician Assistant Department, to deliver SCU's Physician Assistant oath. Thank you.
Physician assistant graduates, please stand and raise your right hands. Please respond with I do when I have completed your oath. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. I do. Congratulations. I would now like to welcome Dr. Jenny Yu, Program Dean of the Eastern Medicine Department, to deliver SCU's Acupuncture and Chinese Herbal Medicine oath.
What a great moment. Congratulations. Acupuncture and Chinese herbal medicine graduates, please stand and raise your right hand. Please respond with "I do" when I have completed your oath. I vow to hold forever in esteem this ancient healing art of acupuncture and oriental medicine, to provide treatment in a caring manner, designed specifically for the benefit of your patients, to practice ethically and with honesty, and to stand ready at all times to serve all individuals regardless of race, color, or creed. To always consider the patients under my care as of supreme importance, and to not spare myself in rendering them the help I have been taught to give by my alma mater as a primary care practitioner. I make this declaration solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Congratulations. Please be seated. I would like to welcome Dr. Nick Poirier, College Dean of the Los Angeles College of Chiropractic, to deliver SCU's chiropractic oath.
Chiropractic graduates, please stand and raise your right hand. Please respond with "I do" when I have completed your oath. Now, as a new doctor of chiropractic, I solemnly promise that I will, to the best of my ability, serve humanity by promoting good health and alleviating pain and suffering. I recognize that the practice of chiropractic is a privilege with which comes considerable responsibility, and I will not abuse my position as a chiropractor. I will practice chiropractic with integrity, humility, honesty, and compassion, working with my fellow doctors and other colleagues to meet the needs of my patients. I shall never intentionally or administer anything to the overall harm of my patients. I will not permit considerations of gender, race, religion, political affiliation, sexual orientation, nationality, or social standing to influence my duty of care. I acknowledge that the enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being. I will strive to support legislation and policy towards that end. I will assist my patients to make informed decisions that coincide with their own values and beliefs and will uphold patient confidentiality. I will recognize the limits of my knowledge and build my understanding and skills throughout my professional life. I will acknowledge and try to remedy my own mistakes and honestly assess and respond to those of others. I will promote the advancement of healthcare knowledge through support of teaching and research. I make this declaration solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Congratulations. You may be seated. I would like to welcome back to the podium Dr. Scaringe to confer the degrees. Dr. Scaringe.
Thank you, Nick. I think we need a TikTok version of that chiropractical. We got to shorten that down a little bit. Dude. All graduates, please stand. All of you. Acting on the recommendation of the faculties concerned and by virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Regents and the State of California, I confer upon each of you the certificate or degree earned. In tradition of higher ed, we invite the certificate and bachelor's degree students to move their tassels from right to left to symbolize their newfound status as graduates. And everyone else, please, let's join me in applause and congratulating all our graduates today. Thank you. You may be seated. So, last night I received an email from one of our Bachelor's of Science and Health Science students, Hamza Altamori, who couldn't be with us today, and he was so excited and proud to get his degree, and he couldn't come here from back east. So I want to congratulate Mr. Altamori and the rest of the graduates who couldn't be here today, so congratulations to you all. So, family, friends, and everyone else, other guests, please remain seated during the recessional. Graduates and faculties, please stand for the academic recession. This concludes our ceremonies. Graduates, now go forward and make the world a more compassionate place. Wishing you all a wonderful and healthy holiday season.
you.